in bed or having a backache or your partner wakes you up when they come to bed, we can solve your problem with our Sealy Posturepedic mattresses or other name brand mattresses at your Sears Hometown store. So come on down to your Sears Hometown store and get some rest for your eyeballs with one of our Sealy or other fine mattresses.
Just look for the parking lot full of cars. Yep, that's Charlie's Pizza.
Hey, this is Joey Fortin out the world famous Charlie's Pizza. Come down and see it.
First dates, fun with friends, celebrations, a break from work, whatever your excuse for stopping by Charlie's Pizza, everyone understands because we all love Charlie's for pizza, pasta, sandwiches, salads, and lots more. What's your favorite Charlie's Pizza specialty? What's your favorite Charlie's Pizza memory? It's the worst kept secret around. It's Charlie's Pizza in Jacksboro. See you there.
Welcome to the Thursday night edition of Just Sports. As you can see, we've got Coach Price, the head football coach of the Campbell County Cougars, in studio with us. My name is Les Martin, along with our executive producer, Jason Shockley.
And I'm Brent Allen.
We certainly want to welcome you to your hometown Sears studio. It has been a fantastic week for sports, but we introduced Coach Brad Honeycutt Tuesday night on the show. Now it's football time. Baseball's over, basketball's over, and I know those guys are still working. I get all that, but we're kind of football fanatics, ain't we, Brent?
A little bit.
Just a smidge. So before we get started, I've got to say thank you to all of our wonderful sponsors. First and foremost, your hometown Sears store and the Food City Shopping Center at Woodson's Mall. Their phone number is 562-7700 for all of your needs inside or outside of your home. They've got everything that you possibly could need, from tools to lawn tractors to weed eaters, all the way to the over-range microwave to ranges to stovetop ranges, the glass stovetops, as well as washer and dryer, refrigerators, you name it, they've got it. So make sure you go down and see Robert and those fine folks at Sears. And their phone number, once again, is 562-7700. Also, we want to say thank you to Charlie's Pizza, often imitated, never duplicated for 38 long years. Charlie's has been doing pizza right. Also, they have many other items on the menu, such as grilled chicken breast, and I keep saying this each and every week that we have the show until Brent tries it.
It's happening. It's going to happen.
And here's the deal. Brent is on I don't want to say a diet, but he has changed up his eating habits, and he has lost some weight. He's lifting weights, and he's drinking water. He's doing all the good things. Chicken breast is a great way of having protein.
I agree, and I've had a lot here in the past few months, but I'm really looking forward to checking out Charlie's to see if it's any better than what I've been dealing with.
Oh, I'm telling you, it's awesome. Their phone number for call-in orders is 562-0116, or if you'd like to go in, it's a great family environment, family atmosphere. Go in, sit down. That's where we'll be every Thursday night during football season. Hopefully we'll have the coach and some players come in on Thursday. Sometimes they can't get there, and I certainly understand they've got a lot of work they've got to get taken care of and get accomplished this the night prior to the kickoff. But hopefully y'all will come down and join us, and we'll have a good time and go down and see the fine folks at Charlie's Pizza. Also, we want to say thank you to Bird Screen Printing, downtown La Follette, beside Bird's Memorial Bridge. Their phone number is 562-3044. For all your screen printing needs, like the sign that you see behind us, most of the shirts, well, just about all the shirts we wear, come from Bird Screen Printing. They also have uniforms for baseball, basketball. Folks, they've got everything that you possibly can need. Once again, their phone number is 562-3044. Go down and see Larry, Kobe, and Don. Also, we want to say thank you to All-Star Awards, 720 Jacksboro Pike. Their phone number is 562-6761. Go down and see Mr. David for all your trophies and plaques. Like I said, baseball's here now. Basketball is just over, so if you need to get some trophies, All-Star Awards is the place to go. They are the individual, or he is the individual that gives us and donates his time and those plaques to us for the Campbell County football offense and defensive player award winners each and every week for Campbell County High School. So congratulations to everything that he has done for us. He's made it successful for the kids, for us, for the program. So we can't say thank you enough. So with that being said, we've got some tough questions tonight for Coach Price, some real tough questions. This is his third spring training, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The first one, he wasn't able to be with us, and I can only imagine what it would have been like by now. and you're going to say, well, Les, how much better can they get? Trust me, from a coach's perspective and a player's perspective, they're going to talk a lot about improvements, and you can see the difference from after year 2 to year 3, and now you're going to be able to see the difference from year 3 to year 4. You can continue to take steps forward and get better. So with that being said, Coach, welcome. Thank you for coming on the show. We certainly appreciate it. I know you've been extremely busy. You're getting ready for spring track practice. Is that right?
Yeah, we've been busy. A lot of the business we've been doing right now is kind of behind the scenes stuff that, as coaches and players, we kind of get there and go to work every single day and remind the kids what we're working for.
So let me ask you a question. During off season, is there truly an off season for coaches nowadays?
It's tough. It really is. There's so much involved in sports, at any level. Right now, we kind of divide our year into 4 seasons. You got the off season, the preseason, the postseason, and the in season. And right now we've been in that off season phase, and we're ending the off season phase with spring practice, which we start on Monday. So it's there's always something that needs to be done where you're checking up on grades, trying to get the kids stronger, and at the same time trying to go back and watch what we did last year, watch what we did good, and kind of improve on that, but also watch what we didn't do so well and how can we fix it.
As far as last spring season to this spring season, is there going to be anything different that you all will try to do or try to accomplish this time around?
Our focus is every spring rolls around is to kind of go back to the core values of what our program is mentally and physically, and that's developing the techniques and fundamentals that fit what we do, and also evaluate our talent and what we can do and what we can't do coming up the next year. Every year you have different players that are going to suit up for you, and you just got to find out what they're good at, and that's what spring practice is so good about. You're not preparing for a game; you're just going against each other, but you're getting some competition within your own program. And our numbers are at the point now that we can. Our in squad competition is going to be very high this spring.
So Donovan Stewart picked the Campbell County Cougars, and I don't know if you know this, but Donovan Stewart of the Examiner in Nashville, Tennessee, picked the Campbell County Cougars to be 10th or ranked number 10th in 5A this spring. Now, you've lost some key components, some key folks, some key individuals, but you've got a couple of key individuals that's coming back. One of them being senior Ethan Jeffers, will be a senior. He threw for over 3,000 yards, 33 touchdowns. You've got 9 offensive starters returning, 6 on the defense. You can't replace some of those kids that you've lost. You can kind of, I guess, would you just say you just kind of plug holes until they get better, and maybe this spring is the start of it?
Yeah, I think so. Like you're saying, those are all things we're going to evaluate. Offensively, obviously we got 9 guys returning that started more than half of our games, but we got 11 guys back that started at least 1 game. So everybody that I predict that'll start by the time the season rolls around, will be 11 guys that started at least 1 game for us last year. And you can coach and teach technique every single day, but nothing is like experience. And when they get the experience out on Friday night, that's something that's hard to coach. So we're very blessed going into next season with that experience on the offensive side of the ball. Defensive side of the ball, obviously, we do lose some great football players in Bailey and Andrew Evans, Corey Phillips, Christian Monday. Those guys are basically our top 4 tacklers last year. But, as you look at our whole as a defense, I think we'll be the strongest we've ever been as a group, as the full 11. We've had some strong kids in the past 3 years that we've been there, but as a whole, it's been tough because, I think in year 4 as your program, the guys that we're coaching next year, that's all they know is what we've done. They've never had other coaching staff since they've been there, starting with Jeffers group and Trey and Elkins and all those guys. They play for us and that's it. And I think that camaraderie and that builds into the confidence that those guys understand every day how we do it. And you've seen them start to understand and gaining the strength, but also mentally too.
Brent said something Tuesday night on the show that made a whole lot of sense, and I never thought about it like that until he mentioned it. But he said it's tough to replace a Nick Bailey because he was around the ball so much, the leading tackler. A lot of it was created around Nick Bailey. But now you've got 11 kids on that field that if they all start tackling, how much of an improvement would that be at roundabout way is what he said, how much of an improvement would that be? There would be no weak links.
Right. And I think when you have a player like Nick Bailey on defense, a lot of times that can be a crutch for you if that
That's,
kind of you're saying.
that's exactly what I was saying. I likened it to the Tennessee National Championship season of '98 and '97. They had the same players basically, but everybody was depending on Peyton Manning to pull them through. You know, and there, a lot of times I think they got down, and I think it's the same situation last year. But everybody depended on Nick to make the tackle. If you don't have that star player on your team, you have a better opportunity of other players stepping up and making the tackles, and hopefully that'll be the case.
Yeah, and that's the mentality. That's what my brother's been preaching to him already. Is last year Nick made some unbelievable plays that you don't even know how he makes them. If you watch it on film, you still don't believe it. And just the talent he was, we'll obviously miss. But again, that crutch isn't going to be there for Elijah Powell or Austin Raines or Paul Cordell. And these guys that got to play some last year, but at the same time, kind of knew if I made a little mistake here, Nick's probably going to get my back.
Clean it up, yeah.
And that next year's not going to be the case. And that's like I said, that could be a thing that we'll also hang our hat on and preach it to our kids starting on Monday.
Do you have the same coaching staff that you had last year?
Yeah. Well, we've lost a coach. Coach Sweeney decided it's best for him to kind of stick around with his 4-year-old son, and still he went on good terms and gave it everything he had for 3 years, and we were very fortunate to have him. So we lost him, but I think we're probably going to hire Logan Hunter. He's going to come on staff, and he's been playing at Tusculum, and he hurt his back, and he's going to be moving and going to LMU next year. So he's going to kind of come on as an assistant offensive line coach to Coach Turner, and we're excited to have him. Somebody that's played in our system and kind of understands the way we do things. But other than that, it's the same group of guys, and that was a goal of ours when we got there, was for our kids to come, when they come to field house every day, they have a relationship built with the coaches that we have. And, our coaches do a great job. We don't have any egos on our staff. I'm the head coach. I go up in the box. It doesn't matter to me. That seems weird to everybody else, but it works for us and our coaching staff. And, Matt does a good job with the defensive side, and our offensive coaches, we understand each other. We may not always agree, we always like each other, but at the end of the day, we hug each other's neck, and we know we're there to make the kids better.
Well, I know all the coaches are very competitive. During practice last year, we would hear them talk back and forth about the one group getting the best of the other group, say the offensive line getting the best of the defensive line, and the receivers getting the best of the defensive backs, and so on and so forth. Is that something that just came natural for you guys?
Yeah, it's a lot of fun the way we do that. Coach Seaver does the DBs, and Coach James the receivers, and those guys are back and forth. Coach Parker and Coach Turner the D-line and O-line. I think Matt, he sneaks in my room late at night and grabs my offensive play scripts and copies them, and he knows and he gives it to the linebackers to study the night before. No, it's fun, and like I said, it's friendly competition. But that's one thing that we want our kids to compete in everything they do, and we talk to them. If you go home for the holidays and you're playing checkers with your 5-year-old niece or cousin, whatever it is, win it. Whatever you got to do, be nice about it, but play the game the right way and get the job done. But it's fun. I think you'll start seeing that our players this spring is, they understand the ultimate goal is for us to be a better football program and a team, but at the same time. We've seen Joseph Elkins and Trey Torres getting after each other a little bit this offseason, and that's the kind of things I feel like we need right now.
As far as the kids, this will be, like you said earlier, this will be Ethan Jeffers, their group, that freshman group. This will be their 4th year with these coaches. I know it's very important to have that relationship, but how important is it for the coaches to have those same kids to come back each and every year? Does it get easier to coach, or does the expectation get higher for those kids?
It's kind of two things. We were talking about as a coaching staff. It's this off season. It's almost felt like we don't feel as wore out as it's almost like we're enjoying it more, just because every day everybody comes ready to work, and it's almost like I told them, man, are we doing things the way we've been doing them? And we always question and make sure we're doing things.
Does it just seem too easy?
It just seemed too easy at times, but so I'll have people come up here and watch us and say, well, I'm like, what do you see here? And like, man, your kids are working hard, and that's always a good thing to hear, and something that a lot of times we've seen it where at times, you know, there's only 4 or 5 guys doing it the right way. And now what it is, you know, we got a big 20-plus senior class that understand what we want, and they're coaching our freshmen that are up there and our sophomores and juniors, and you start being player-led. And we've talked about it a lot to our kids. Is, you know, as coaches, we're going to coach effort, we're going to coach and build confidence and relationships with them, but at the same time, when it's on the field, those players got to trust each other. And I see that more and more, the accountability that they're holding each other to.
Hey, back to the examiner and the 10th ranking. I just wanted to throw this at you and see what you might have to say. As a coach, the only team in our district that was ahead of us was Oak Ridge. They were ranked number 4. First off, what do you know as a coach? What do they see in Oak Ridge? Is it because of the coach, or is it because of returning? Do you have any idea why they would be?
You know, I think Oak Ridge, obviously, when we saw them get off the bus and come to the high school last year, you saw a bunch of talent on that field. They were big and strong, and you know, but it was almost like they were a little bit out of sync. And I think anytime you get a new coaching staff, no matter how good the program is, it kind of takes a while to get that coach to get his system installed. And you see some quick fixes, and these coaches come in, win in 1 year, and a lot of times that may be luck. But you know, I think Coach Gaddis' track record speaks for itself, and you know, so I think that a lot of people trust Coach Gaddis, and I know we do. We respect him, and we know we're going to get their best effort, even probably more so next year than we ever have. And you know, they got a lot of guys returning, but you know, I think in high school a lot of times when you lose your quarterback on any level, it's hard to find a guy that can do that. And you know, they lost the quarterback they had last year was a dual threat and very competitive, and we at times we're having a hard time with him. But you know, I think it's just a lot of the Oak Ridge name. I think it's Coach Gaddis and then the few returners that they do have.
Would you attribute the fact that Anderson County was not in the top 10 because they lost their quarterback?
Yeah, I would say so. You know, from the outside looking in, again, Anderson County, they lost. They had a great senior class last year, and you lose a lot of the core players of what they do. And anytime you're replacing a lot of guys, that's hard. But you know, for me, I would put them up there. You know, Coach Gill and those guys do a great job, and I got a lot of respect for them. And I know they're going to play. Their kids are going to play hard, and so I'm sure they'll use that as a chip on their shoulder, just like all of us will as coaches. But you know, I think anytime you lose them, we'll probably be in that same boat eventually someday when we got a big senior class and they're all gone after this year. So you know, a lot of that stuff is it's fun for the fans, and I think it's good for players. But you know, we've always embraced the rankings and stuff at our program because we felt like it was, anytime they're talking about our program, that's something that's unique for us. And you know, 3 or 4 years ago, Campbell had never been a preseason top 10, and it's just a testament to our kids. So I want them to be appreciated and say, this is what you were working for. It's not just for the riding, it's not just for winning games, but you know, that is a nice prize sometimes to get.
Well, I agree, and I think it's something you can use. I mean, the other teams and coaches may use it as, you know, as fodder to inspire their players, but you have the opportunity as well. Say, look, they're going to be giving us their best shot. I mean, if these people are calling us number 10 in the state in 5A, then we're going to be getting everybody's best shot. So that's all the more reason to play harder.
No doubt.
Well, I was just kind of going about the same way, along the same lines he was talking about as well. You got Ethan Jeffers, Trey Torres, but you've got a running back that played some last year that didn't look to be very big, but he played extremely well, and that was Jacob Bunch. Wasn't it Jacob Bunch?
Jacob Bunch and Paul Porter, both of them running backs. And you know, Jacob, we're very excited about him. He's one of those guys that didn't start more than half the games last year, but he's a guy that comes to practice every day, never makes an excuse of why he can't be there. And sometimes when he had reasons to not show up, but he's there and willing to do anything we ask. He's been a running back. We've played him at this receiver some, and he continues to develop and do some extra things to make sure that he's going to be prepared. Like I said, we got 3 of our top 4 receivers back from last year, and you know, he's very confident, and he's competing hard to try to be that 4th guy, if not in the backfield out wide somewhere.
So will he split time with Paul Porter?
I think so a little bit. You know, Paul, last year we could use him basically on offense the whole time, and until late in the year, basically when we went and played Pat, we started Paul on defense and realized how good of a defense player he is. You know, next year we have to have Paul on defense, and you know, so he's going to be more involved on that side of the ball. which may take away a few carries from him on the offensive side of the ball. But Paul too is one of those guys just physically can take a lot. You know, he's in shape and you know, big strong kid that can take a pounding and make tackles. But and he's also fast and he plays smart, which a lot of times helps him in on both sides of the football.
It seemed like last year, and Brent, you can correct me if I'm wrong on this, but it seemed like last year, the more he ran the ball, the stronger he got. Even in the late part of the game, the late part of the fourth quarter, his legs were still churning like they were fresh.
Yeah, it almost seemed like he was just holding back until everybody else got tired, and then he was turning it on. And I know that he wasn't, but he was just a testament to his physical ability. But, you know, we did notice, and we talked about it many times during the game when Bunch came in, and not to take anything away from Cordell, he did a great job. What was the most amazing about Bunch was the fact that he just seemed kind of diminutive. It just seemed like he really didn't look like a running back at all. Where Paul Cordell does. I mean, he looks like a running back, you know, or a linebacker or anything else he wants to be. But that young man came out and didn't look the part, but he certainly played it.
Yeah, he is, and he has gotten a lot bigger and stronger too since last year. So I said we're very excited about Bunch, a great kid that's came every day this off season to kind of with a chip on his shoulder too. And that's one thing that our programs get where we're starting to play a lot more juniors and seniors, and I think the best programs around the state do that. Is now our freshman, sophomore, they got to buy their time a little bit more, and it keeps them motivated at the same time. So Bunch, it's his junior year coming up, so we're very excited. This is going to be a big spring for him.
What about do we have a Corey Phillips style? I mean, a tall receiver, somebody that can go up and get that jump ball.
You know, that's something we're going to have to evaluate in the spring. We like what Preston Miller can do. His position he played last year, mainly we just dragged him across the field some and threw some quick screens to him. But you know, we may move him around maybe to where Corey was some because he's got that long range. He's not as tall height-wise. You know, he's probably about 5'11", but you know, he can jump and he's really quick and got good. He understands body leverage, and so we're excited about it. We're going to put him in some positions this spring to kind of evaluate how he does at that position.
Well, you've got Preston Miller, Trey Torres, Jacob Bunch, Paul Cordell, Elkins, Joseph Elkins, which is another one. That gives Ethan Jeffers a lot of different weapons to connect on. My question to you is this. You lost some offensive linemen last year. I know that you can correct me, Coach, when I say this, but sometimes offensive linemen just is not as important in your grand scheme of things of the way that you run your offense.
It's not, you know, I think that's something early on that it was kind of like that. Our philosophy still as a program is we take our best and biggest and baddest linemen and we put them on the defense side of the football. So Coach Parker gets the cream of the crop over there. Sometimes makes Coach Turner a little upset, but you know, we look at it like we feel like we don't ask our linemen to move people as much as we do as get in the way or blocking in space or slow them down as much. But you know, at the same time, I feel like that's something that we can do more of next year. And we got a group of linemen coming up that are bigger kids. Our freshman group last year, big linemen, and so we're doing some things a little bit different. We're gonna work on this spring to kind of get that more of the downhill running with Paul, obviously, Bunch, and even later in the year, our motion Trey back to the backfield and getting him downhill. Because Jeffers, our passing game's got so much attention over the past couple of years, and we've been able to throw well enough where teams respect it. A lot of times, you know, those run lanes are huge on the inside. So we're gonna try to look and try to get that more of a nasty mentality.
Well, that brings up the big question, and since we're getting short on time, I've got to ask it because last year there were a couple times. Would you consider Campbell County a passing team? Obviously, yes. Right, it's a passing team. We run to keep them honest and hope to get some good gains out of it. But there were times when we were up by a large margin and we just started handing on. And my question is, I want Ethan Jeffers to hold the state record. I want him to have that. Why can't you let him throw the ball? If he's about to get sacked, throw it away. You know, he knows not to take it. My question is this year, if we get up big, we let him throw the ball.
That's always tough. It really is.
Well, see, I realize that other coaches are probably looking at you like jerk. I mean, you're running up the score, but you're a passing team. Do what you do.
Yeah, and I think the more things go, it's kind of like when you watch Oregon blowing teams out. But in the end, you have to do what you do.
Right, you can't.
You got to go out
Start
there.
getting the
There's always-
fullback out here.
Right, you only get so many opportunities to play on Friday nights, and only so many plays. So,
Mhm.
Even there was times last year that we put the ball up in the air that we felt like it was just something we needed to work on. Maybe Jeffers hadn't threw that ball well the night before, or maybe there's a receiver that, hey, we need to see what he can do in this position. So, that's something that it's always tough when it gets to that, especially when we put our younger kids in, because we'll run the ball 3 or 4 times, but they've been practicing all week throwing, so it's obviously tough, and you would never want to run the score up on anybody.
You've got a great future in politics if you ever, because you never answered the question. I want to see him.
My sign.
Yeah, you do. You dance around that question, but and I know, I understand that it could look ugly, but you play a team like Camp like last year. Really, I mean, in my opinion, they don't belong in the same. I mean, they don't really belong in the same field, if that makes sense. And I understand that it looks ugly, but it's an opportunity for you to practice. It's an opportunity for younger receivers to get out there and catch the ball. I'm just trying to work something up for Ethan. I just want to see him. I want to see that name on the.
Yeah, and I do, and we try. You try not to get caught up in the stats part of it as much as just what's going to help us down the road.
Mhm.
And that's something, again, because the idea to most people that passing the football is just run the score, but that's not for us. You guys seen us long enough.
That's what
Our
you do,
running
yeah.
game is our passing game. We
Right.
do a lot of behind the scrimmage or at the line of scrimmage. So, we want to make sure that people don't think we're like that, but at the same time, we're going to do what's best for our program and get better. And if we thought we've played good and there's not much we can work on, we'll do other things. But if it's I do think I remember at Halls last year we threw one late, and it was because we hadn't sprinted out well.
Right.
And here we are. We were playing Oak Ridge the next week, and we needed to work on it. And Ethan threw a good ball, and I think we opened up the game with a sprint out against Oak Ridge and completed it. So you kind of progress like that, and you just got to do what's best for your team. And so that's kind of our approach to it.
All right, here's Miss K. Thanks for calling Just Sports. You on the air? Hello, how are you? We got Coach Price on tonight.
Oh, that's good.
Hey, how are you?
Hey, how you?
Doing good. Enjoying this pretty weather today.
Yeah, I've been at those. I've been down in Florida. I've been down the park today.
Yep.
Oh, yeah?
And it's fun today.
You did.
Uh-huh.
So, do you have a question for the coach?
No,
No? You just wanted to
no,
come,
I just wanted to win our ball games.
you just wanted to win our ball games.
Uh-huh.
We're doing our best. I know our kids are trying, so we'll do it. We'll win as many for you as we can.
Okay.
All right. We got to finish the interview with Coach. So, who's your favorite team?
Go Cougars.
We'll see you Tuesday.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. We just got just a few minutes left, and we're going to turn you loose. But before you go, we've got to ask you a couple more questions. Like you hadn't been drilled enough, right?
I'm good. I can stay all night.
All right. Spring practice. When does it start? What can we expect?
We start Monday, and we go 3 weeks, Monday through Thursday each week. We're allowed to get 10 practices and 2 scrimmages. So we're going to practice 10 times. We scrimmage Farragut on May the 15th over there. It's a Thursday. And then the blue and orange game is going to be May 22nd up here at Campbell County at about 7 o'clock. And, we're scrimmaging Farragut for a purpose, and that is because we lost so many on defense, especially in our front seven. Farragut, I know they got one of the top offensive lineman recruits in the country. It's been offered by about everybody. His brother starting at UT, I believe, coming out of spring. So, we wanted to go there and kind of test Peyton Webb and Big Mike, some of those younger kids early, to kind of see what how they can handle that big boy football, as we call it.
Well, as far as the blue and orange game, I guess it's the blue and orange game, orange and blue game.
I don't know how you're going to say it.
Okay. Will it be a lot like it was last year?
Yeah, it was.
A lot of fans come in, things like that.
Yeah, we try to make it an event. You know, we want to play and go out there and win. We'll get some celebrity coaches out, and we'll do some tug of war for the coin toss, and we got a few more other things. I want to have Coach Turner and Coach Parker have a dance off for some points, but I don't know if I can get Coach Parker to dance or not.
Oh, come on, Coach Parker, you got to. It's for a good cause.
Hey, how disappointing was it to hear about the fact that you're not going to be able to play over at UT?
You know, it's disappointing. You know, at all levels, we want to protect our football fields, and we want because it's part of what you do when you go. Everybody's like, man, that field looks good. You stripe it. You know, I know my dad spends a lot of time
Yes,
on
he does.
our field up there, but so needless to say, I respect the decision of that. You know, I think it's very unfortunate, and based on some conversations I've had with people, that we may be able to get it back over there, and that's why we decided to stay with the KOC and go play at the high schools for a year, however long it takes. But you know, we're very fortunate enough to get put in that 2 years ago. Not many schools outside Knox County at that point were getting in it, and we were able to, and it's been a huge experience for our kids. We've had so many players that never even been over there, and they walk in, it's eye opening,
Oh, yeah.
and even for the coaches. I remember when we went down there to coach, you get some butterflies again. And so we'll miss it obviously, and you know, I think it's unfortunate for the kids, and you know, I think that's the big thing, the memories that they've been able to make over the last couple of years there. And so hopefully the right things can be done to make sure that field's protected, and we can be back out there playing again.
No, so
Coach, one more question. As far as spring practice, will you use spring practice to maybe initiate some of the starting lineup, or what will you look for exactly in spring practice?
You know, we're in a unique situation, especially offensively, is, you know, with 9 starters back that have played a lot, we kind of know what Trey and Joseph Elkins and Preston Miller, Paul and Ethan can do. You know, those guys are still going to get their reps to maintain what they can do. And also, we're going to put Preston in some different situations, see how he can do. But, you know, our focus for our offense is kind of trying to find those backup guys in those 1 or 2 positions that they're all up for grabs, but 1 or 2 positions that we don't have an idea right now. And we're really going to focus in on some of those younger kids. Like I said, our freshman group last year had a great season. They're going to be sophomores next year, and you know, so we're going to put those guys in this position where they're out there competing against Elkins and Trey, and then our junior class, like I said, we've been senior and junior heavy last year, so a lot of those guys haven't played. So our focus is kind of on those, again, maintaining, even making sure Joseph Elkins gets a little bit better on his blocking, and make sure Trey runs a little better routes next year, and Jefferson's throwing on time. So but we know those kids. We know what they need to work on. Those other younger guys, you know, right now it's kind of a clean slate for them, so we want to kind of start picking them apart a little bit, figure out what they can and can't do.
Well, Coach, we certainly appreciate you taking time to come out. I know your schedule's very busy even during the off season. You're getting torqued up for spring practice. It starts Monday. So with that being said, Coach, thank you very much. We're going to step away for a short commercial break. Folks, you're watching Just Sports.
WLAF Sports Network.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for coming into your Sears Hometown store for all your lawn and garden needs. And remember, we have appliances, so be sure to come in and buy a washer so you don't get laundry up to your eyeballs.
Hi, folks. I'm Gary at Sears. For every box of detergents that's sold, Robert said he'd give me a raise, so please come by and buy some. Thank you.
See Robert, Gary, and the entire crew at your hometown Sears store, Food City Center, Woodson Mall of Follett.
Just look for the parking lot full of cars. Yep, that's Charlie's Pizza.
Hey, this is Joey Fortin out the world's famous Charlie's Pizza. Come down and see us.
First dates, fun with friends, celebrations, a break from work, whatever your excuse for stopping by Charlie's Pizza, everyone understands. Because we all love Charlie's for pizza, pastas, sandwiches, salads, and lots more. What's your favorite Charlie's Pizza specialty? What's your favorite Charlie's Pizza memory? It's the worst kept secret around. It's Charlie's Pizza in Jacksboro. See you there.
Welcome back to Thursday night edition of Just Sports. My name is Les Martin, along with Brent Allen. We certainly appreciate Coach Price for stopping by, taking time out of his busy schedule. You know, he's been talking about he's been handing pads out and things like that over the last couple of days.
You actually gave me a little bit of a lump in my throat when you mentioned that basketball season's over, baseball season's over, football is upon us. And when you said we're passing out pads, yeah, I got a little got a little jittery.
Yeah, I mean, let's face it, everybody knows that we are true football fans. And don't get me wrong, we like basketball, we like baseball.
Oh, yeah.
Our kids
And
play
softball and
Yes.
volleyball and golf and all that. But
our kids plays most of those sports. But you have that first love, don't you?
I certainly do.
I do as well.
I'm not going to apologize for it. I happen to like football the most. That's just the way it is.
I like it. I like it also.
You know, I think we've got a special situation here. You know, a lot of coaches. I mean, in this situation that we're in, you know, Coach Price is practically a celebrity, and as far as some people look at him, he takes the time to come up here and talk to us. Anytime we need something, he always returns calls. And very accessible, and that means a lot.
Oh,
The entire
absolutely.
coaching staff does a great job of putting up with us and all our goofy questions and things.
And I
we do.
must say, I've got some goofy questions, but it leads to better ones. That's the way I look at it. That's
Yeah.
the way you get to be a better interviewer, is if you get caught live on air asking a stupid question. And you go in there and you think about the next time, wow, I got to do better than that.
Yeah.
Hey, Ray Rice pleads not guilty. He's also applying for intervention on the court case, whatever that means. I don't know
That's
what
something
that
in
means.
New Jersey. I don't know.
A
what it's
pretrial intervention.
called. Oh, okay.
Do you know what that means?
Yeah.
Well, see, I don't know what that means. It sounds like to me he's trying to get out of it.
Yeah, basically, it sounds like he's trying to, as pretrial, obviously means just that, pretrial, and they're trying to intervene, basically to get it stopped before it goes to trial and you know, work out some sort of a deal.
Did you hear about Jameis Winston?
I did. What a knucklehead! Are you kidding me?
Do you
See,
honestly,
we've talked about this before. I don't like the guy. You know?
I know, but let me ask you a question. Do you honestly think he forgot to pay for him? after
No.
he ordered him?
No, he stole them.
That's what I think as well. He stole him. He got kicked off the Florida State baseball team. He's the Heisman Trophy winner. I mean, we had Johnny Manziel the year prior, and then he acted like a complete knucklehead after he won the Heisman.
Mhm.
Maybe Big Earl's right. Maybe it's called the Heisman.
Well, you know, this is the only.
It fits that.
What was the guy's
Winston,
name? Woodson. Woodson's the one that took it or
Charles
stole
Woodson.
it from Manning, correct?
Yes.
I have to say this though, as much as foolish and as ridiculous as it was that he won that over Manning, I will say this: at least he hasn't done anything stupid. You know,
I
he's
agree.
gone out. He's had a very successful professional career and stayed out of trouble, and I applaud him for that. But since then, it's been downhill.
Yes, it has. And Big Earl's right. It's called the Heisman because Jameis Winston is truly the Heisman because he heisted some crab legs and some what was that other thing?
I don't know, but it goes back to what I've said. And
Crawfish.
Yeah, you know, people may get tired of hearing it, but I truly believe that it's society. It's the fact that, you know, we take these kids that are unusually, I mean, we call them freaks or beasts or whatever on the football field or baseball or whatever their
Right.
chosen sport, and we put them on a pedestal, and we don't allow them to fail. We don't allow them to get in trouble, you know, and because of that, they never learn. They never learn right from wrong. Then they end up in a nice college town where they're a superstar. Everybody loves them. You know, they think they can do whatever they want to.
Yeah,
And it's wrong.
I agree. He indicated to the deputies he had forgotten, and when he got home, he realized that he had not paid. But in fact, he made no effort to contact Publix or return to pay prior to the deputies' arrival 3 hours after.
Yeah, he remembered when they showed up. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
3 hours. He said he remembered when he got home, but yet 3 hours goes by and he still hasn't contacted Publix or even went back to the store, which is crazy.
It is.
Absolutely crazy.
And more importantly, how do you forget to pay for something?
I know.
I mean, you have to go by the checkout, you know, to leave. It's just
I
not
have
possible.
never, I'm 40, we'll be 48 tomorrow. I have never been in a position, I know I probably shouldn't have told everybody that, but
I'm
I'm,
to sing to you.
oh,
Nah.
thank you. But I've never been in a position to where I went into the store and forgotten to pay for something. Now, I have went into the store and picked something up and it'd be palm size and have the habit of, not habit, but almost stick it in my pocket
Mhm.
just to carry it to the register. And then I've caught myself, oh, I can't do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You ever done that?
Well, something similar, yeah. I mean, I've just forgotten that I was maybe I was going. I didn't want to take a basket or a buggy and had one thing and decided, okay, I'll stick this in front of my hoodie so I can
Exactly.
carry this. But I find it when I get up there. I've never walked out without paying for it.
Nor have I. And-
I'm always afraid somebody's going to tackle me at the door and embarrass me, so I
Oh,
would never
yeah.
take that chance.
Especially
I pat myself down, you know.
especially if it's over a 55-cent candy bar or
Exactly.
something like that. Because, you know, we're
At
not-
least he went all out with the crab leg.
Oh, I know. Crab legs and crawfish. One of the two hardest foods, I heard this on the radio today, one of the two hardest foods to eat is crab legs and crawfish.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what you steal.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness gracious. Hey, we're going to talk about something else too. There's 55 schools. Did you see this?
I did. I heard a little something about it.
There's 55 schools that face sex assault, has faced sexual assault probes, and 55 of them has violated Title IX, which means prohibits gender discrimination at schools that receive federal funds. It also regulates institutions handling of sexual violence, and increasingly is being used by victims who say their schools fail to protect them. So it's a violation. Guess who's on that list?
Not Tennessee.
No.
Okay.
The University of Tennessee is not on that list.
So that's the most important thing.
Well, the University of Vanderbilt University.
Well, of course. I mean, we all know about the
Right.
situation that occurred there, and that's just a matter of time before Mr. Franklin ends up in front of a jury.
Also, the same place where Conzo Martin went, University of California, Berkeley. Imagine that.
Interesting.
Yeah, exactly. But it's one of those situations to where when they get federal funding, they are supposed to protect these kids in these situations, and 55 schools, and that's a lot of schools.
It is.
They could lose federal funding.
Yeah, keep in mind that, I look at it like roaches. If if there's 55 caught, then there's probably another 60 that just didn't get caught. I mean, there's
Right.
usually more that have gotten away with things. One of the things that you talked about last show blew me away. I actually thought about it for quite a while afterwards. I can't believe James Franklin contacted the victim. That to me is just absolutely going above and beyond the realm of what a head coach should be doing. I look at it like this: Bruce Pearl, and it's over, and I'm fine with it. But Bruce Pearl has a recruit over for barbecue and lies about it. That's bad. Okay, I'm fine with that. Punish him. But are you kidding me? The head coach knows of a sexual assault of his players and calls the victim. And to me, he was either trying to intimidate her or to try to starstrike her a little bit there by saying, "Hey, the coach called. Everything's going to be okay." Either way, he was trying to smooth it over. And I'm telling you, I hope the guy goes down for it.
Well, here's something else as well. Not only did he call her, but he also had a private meeting.
That's
with
right.
her.
Oh, yeah.
A private meeting with her.
How can that not be some kind of a violation?
I don't, especially last year, if you remember, he made his comment that he did not know anything about the assault.
Exactly.
But after the assault, 4 days after the assault, he contacted her by going and seeing her. And then he also had a private meeting with her, trying to recruit 15 other girls to go out, pretty girls, to go out and try to help him recruit players. And said all the other colleges do it. Not one time was he ever concerned. He couldn't have been concerned about her well-being if his mind is set on talking about getting some more pretty women to go recruit players. Could it be?
I don't think so. I don't think it was ever. I think his intentions were nothing more than to try to get her to forget about. He was probably saying, "Look, if you'll get some friends, we'll make some things happen that's going to help you out. Maybe help you with your school, have your payments for school, something. There's something more to it."
Yeah.
And unfortunately, he's right though. All the schools do it. I mean, Tennessee's got the hostesses. We've heard about that. Every school's got them. The question is the line. Where is the line? And if it's just a matter of them greeting them when they get off the airplane or whatever, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. That's why, well, I better not say that. But you can look at the well, you know, I want to be politically correct here. The cheerleaders have to meet a certain standard, you know,
Right.
and that's why they have to meet that standard. They have to be pleasing to the eye, and you know, the people want to see whatever. The point is, everybody does it. The question is, where is the line drawn? But most importantly, in this situation, forget about that. Forget about the girls, you know, all that. That's just a side note. To me, the fact that he contacted her, he should be arrested. I mean, he should be arrested for something. I don't know, tamper. I mean, I can't think of the
Tampering of evidence.
Well, no,
Wouldn't that be?
coercing a witness is what it would be, and that's, I don't know. To me, that's just a dirty pool.
Well, I can tell you, it's, I don't think we've heard the last of James Franklin in this situation. Hey, one other thing too, while we're talking about football. Derek Ring, you remember Derek Ring of the Powell Panthers?
I do.
He's now the head coach at Dresden.
Really?
Yes. He takes over for Keith Hodge, who,
But that can't be,
why?
because he said he was leaving Powell to spend time with his family. The coaching career was too demanding.
Right. Well, he's at 29 years old. He's back in there. He broke into coaching in 2007 as he coached at Anderson County for 2 seasons before moving on as a defensive coordinator at South Doyle in 2009. And if my teleprompter would stay still, I could read the rest of this. But after he was at South Doyle in 2009, he then moved over to defensive coordinator at Knoxville West, and his defenses forced 81 turnovers in 2 seasons as the Rebels made back-to-back 5A semifinals. So then he went to Powell, of course. I believe that Powell in 2012 or something like that. Yeah, 2012, because he was 2 years at West. If he left South Doyle after 2009, that would be 2011. So in 2012, he was Powell's head coach, and now he is Dresden's head coach, and I'm just glad we don't have to play him.
I agree. I wonder if he's having stud players move into the area like he did there at Powell
Oh, I don't know.
and stay with non-relatives.
Yeah, stay with non-relatives. Hey, let me ask you a question. Did you go to the Orange and White game?
Unfortunately, no, I did not.
Okay. There was over 68,000 fans at the Orange and White game. It was free.
Mhm.
Parking was free.
Mhm.
Everything was free except for the concessions. Can you take a wild guess how much money the University of Tennessee made that Saturday in concessions?
I heard that they did well. I did not hear a number, and I would be afraid to. I mean, I could throw out a number if you like.
$317,000.
No, I was thinking like maybe 50, 60 grand. I can't imagine that much.
$317,086 to be precise, from concessions and
no ticket
merchandise.
sale. It's
That's for no ticket sales. It's the second largest crowd at UT history.
Yeah, I was actually at the largest.
Really? How many was that?
81,000, I think it was.
That's a lot of people.
Well, it was in, I can't remember it was in the 80s. I know that. I mean, it was in the year of the 80s. It was
Yeah.
like 80, I want to say 88, 80, I can't remember. I think some of the players, I'm sure you can look it up. I think Joey Clinkscales and some of those guys are receivers. Carl Pickens maybe was on the team. Would that be in the 80s?
Yes,
Yeah, I think that was.
sure will.
I remember that I was there the year that we set the record. So 68,000 is still quite a bit. Only it's fourth though in the SEC. There were 3 others that had more. But that was also in the nation. I think the top 4 were in the SEC and we were fourth.
Wow.
That's not bad coming off a 5 and 7 year.
No, it's not. Almost 69,000. And I'm trying to, but my teleprompter's jacked.
Well, at least you have one. You know?
It's bad. I don't know. I just can't get there from here. But anyway, talking about Campbell County football program, I know we're skipping around here, but the bottom line is it is what it is. Campbell County football program starts Monday, spring practice. He'll have media days. Media day will be Monday as well. You're going to cover that for me.
Yes.
Thank you so much. By the way, I'm going to be having surgery Monday. So I'm not for sure if we're going to be here Tuesday. I'm going to try.
Well, if you're in too much pain or your medication's causing you to say unusual things, then I guess we'd have to go with missing the show.
All right. Your boy, is the game over?
I don't know. I haven't heard. I'm a little concerned.
Hey, Jason, it's time for us to go.
Huh?
It's time for us to go.
Time for us to go.
Time for us to go.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going to cut it a little bit short tonight. Jason, I appreciate you, buddy. We're going to cut it a little short. You got to get back to your
I can run
kids.
back and go pick them up. That'd be great.
So with that being said, folks, we will be back hopefully if everything goes good Tuesday.
Prayers
Sorry.
for you.
Yes, sorry for such a short notice, but we're out of here, and we certainly appreciate you tuning in tonight. For our executive producer, Jason Shockley, my name is Les Martin,
I'm Brent Allen. God bless and go Cougars.
WLF Sports Network.
This is Robert again from your Sears Hometown store. If you're having trouble tossing and turning in bed or having a backache or your partner wakes you up when they come to bed, we can solve your problem with our Sealy Posturepedic mattresses or other name brand mattresses at your Sears Hometown store. So come on down to your Sears Hometown store and get some rest for your eyeballs with one of our Sealy or other fine mattresses.
Just look for the parking lot full of cars. Yep, that's Charlie's Pizza.
Hey, this is Joe Horton out the world's famous Charlie's Pizza. Come down and see it.
First dates, fun with friends, celebrations, a break from work, whatever your excuse for stopping by Charlie's Pizza, everyone understands because we all love Charlie's for pizza, pasta, sandwiches, salads, and lots more. What's your favorite Charlie's Pizza specialty? What's your favorite Charlie's Pizza memory? It's the worst kept secret around. It's Charlie's Pizza in Jacksboro. See you there.
When the world looks for truth, broadcasters come through, even when all else fails. Today, with more ways than ever to experience the moments that transform our lives, Americans still choose broadcast radio and television more than all other media combined. And our web and social sites are among the most visited sites in our daily lives.
In the video, do not go outdoors here in Ocean City right now.
When important moments happen, both big and small, we're the first informers to history. We are the local broadcasters of radio and television, reaching more people, touching more lives. Brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
1450 WLAF.
Veterans can face unique challenges that lead to difficulty finding or keeping a home. VA is here to help veterans secure safe, stable housing. If you or a veteran you know is homeless or at immediate risk of becoming homeless, call 877-424-3838. 877-424-3838.
1450 WLAF.com.
Nothing can slow you down more than computer problems. Computer Care is here to help. Visit their website at computercarerepairs.com. Call 423-562-8008, 562-8008. Computer Care, Woodson's Mall, La Follette.
Under the Fair Housing Act, it is against the law to discriminate against any person because of race, color, religion, sex, handicap, family status, or national origin related to housing activities. These activities include the sale or rental of housing or residential lots, advertising the sale or rental of housing, financing of housing, the provision of real estate brokerage services, and the appraisal of housing. Anyone who feels he or she has been discriminated against may file a complaint of housing discrimination at a toll-free number, 1-800-669-9777. This announcement brought to you by the town of Jacksboro.
This is Charles Boomer Winfrey, and my latest ramblings, rants, and raves are ready for your reading enjoyment. I'll be seeing you on Boomer's Corner on 1450WLAF.com.
Down here we deal with trouble. Sometimes the days get dark. We're dealing with this, we're dealing with that. The pain goes straight to the heart. But someday the things we encounter will pass like the winter to spring. This world may deal disappointment today, but soon all our dealing will change, and we'll be dealing with mansions, dealing with gold, dealing with things never dreamed in this world below. And we'll be dealing with laughter ever after in that glorious hall of the soul. Dealing with everyone being together forever in heaven while we're dealing with gold. I knew my grandpa missed her. She'd been gone for a while. He was dealing with this and dealing with that, but Grandpa had lost his smile. You see, Grandma had gone on before him, but he must keep dealing on till one day he followed and he too crossed over. Now together they're dealing with gold, and we'll be dealing with mansions, dealing with gold, dealing with things never dreamed in this world below. And we'll be dealing with laughter ever after in that glorious hall of the soul. Dealing with everyone being together forever in heaven while we're dealing with gold. And we'll be dealing with laughter ever after in that glorious hall of the soul. Dealing with everyone being together forever in heaven while we're dealing with gold. Dealing with gold. Like a babe when it cries for its mother, like a child that was helpless and alone. Then I wear the master, and now I am one of his very own. All things were changed when he found a new day broke on like a blind man, I walked in the darkness. I had longed and I had searched for is light, then I'm with the Master. Now I walk no more in the night. Things were changed when he found me, and I knew they were alright.
WLAF is finally getting the FM station you've been asking about. Coming soon is WLAF FM. This is 1450 WLAF, 1450 WLAF, La Follette and East Tennessee's home for CBS News.
CBS News, I'm Bill Whitney. The National Basketball Association has taken a first step toward putting a for sale sign on the Los Angeles Clippers. Correspondent Steve Futterman reports.
Just 2 days after the NBA banned Donald Sterling for life, the league began the process to remove him as owner of the LA Clippers. The league's advisory finance committee held a conference call and agreed to act as expeditiously as possible. The committee consists of 10 NBA owners. The vote was unanimous. Sterling has not made any public statements since he was banned. A number of high-profile names, including Oprah Winfrey, have said they would like to buy the Clippers. Steve Futterman, CBS News, Los Angeles.
There's late word that Leon Jenkins, president of the Los Angeles chapter of the NAACP, has resigned over his association with Donald Sterling. The NAACP took money from Sterling and planned to make him the guest of honor at an awards dinner. It's been canceled. California Congresswoman Jackie Speer has been pushing for a stronger federal response to sex attacks on campus.
The fact that 20% of college co-eds are either sexually assaulted or there's an attempted sexual assault on them should send chills up and down our spine.
She spoke to KCBS Radio today after the Education Department published a list of 55 colleges and universities whose responses to sexual assault complaints are under investigation.
It includes Ivy League schools, Dartmouth, Harvard, Princeton, and many other well-known institutions, including the University of California, Berkeley, Florida State, Michigan, and Michigan State, Ohio State, and Penn State. The Education Department says it's taking this step to provide transparency. It says none of the schools has actually been found guilty of anything yet.
Correspondent Barry Bagnato. Defense Secretary Chuck Hagel has announced 6 new initiatives to stop sexual assault in the military.
Sexual assault is a clear threat to the lives and the well-being of the women and men who serve our country in uniform. It destroys the bonds of trust and confidence that lie at the heart of our armed forces.
One of his steps is a review of alcohol policies because drinking often precedes sexual assault. Reports of sex crimes in the ranks rose by 50% last year. Hagel says that's primarily due to more victims coming forward. The Obama administration has released final figures on healthcare enrollment.
I'm Dan Raviv in Washington. Lessons learned from the 6-month open enrollment period. More people signed up in March than in the first 5 months. For some reason, says health reform spokeswoman Julie Bataille,
we saw some of the largest surges in enrollment in Texas, Florida, and Georgia,
including minority groups that were underinsured. Officials had feared those people would be hard to reach.
28% of those who signed up are 18 to 34 years old. That's somewhat less than the administration hoped for, but it says there are enough young and generally healthy people to keep insurance costs stable. The Dow 21 points lower at 16,558. The Nasdaq gained 12 points. This is CBS News.
Attention homeowners.
Quicken Loans has some important information regarding the U.S. government's Home Affordable Refinance Program, or HARP. We've told you about HARP in the past, and nearly 3 million homeowners have already taken advantage of this money-saving program. But there are so many more of you who could be saving hundreds of dollars every month on your mortgage. Quicken Loans is here to help you save your money. The home loan experts at Quicken Loans fully understand the HARP guidelines. We'll work with you to understand your specific circumstances and strive to find the financial solution that's best for you. Then, we'll guide you through each step of the mortgage refinance process to make sure it's both simple and easy. If you weren't HARP eligible in the past, new guidelines could mean that now you are. Give us a call, and we'll give you a Quicken Loans mortgage review. It's simple and easy. To learn more, call 800-QUICKEN or go to QuickenLoans.com for a mortgage experience that's engineered to amaze.
Important terms and conditions apply. Call us for cost information. Equal housing lender. Licensed in all 50 states. NMLS number 3030.
The 140th running of the Kentucky Derby takes place on Saturday, and this year it will be marred by controversy. Brad Tellius reports.
Unfortunately, there'll be more attention on leading trainer Steve Asmussen than on his horse Tapiture, the subject of a recent undercover video by the People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals. Asmussen and his assistant have been charged with equine abuses using painkillers and performance-enhancing drugs. The charges are now being investigated by the governing authorities and also include tax and employee immigration violations. Second in most career wins by a trainer, Asmussen has yet to take home the roses in 12 tries. Brad Tellius, CBS News, Louisville.
William Potts pleaded guilty to a federal kidnapping charge today. 30 years ago, he hijacked an airliner to Cuba where he was thrown in prison. Potts, who returned to the United States last year, is hoping to get credit for time served. I'm Bill Whitney, CBS News.
Hi, I'm Lynn, and I am totally blind. Like many who are totally blind, I have NON-24, a circadian rhythm disorder that can put your sleep-wake cycle out of sync with the 24-hour day. But I found out there's a new treatment available for NON-24. It's called Hetlioz Tazimiltian, the first FDA-approved treatment for NON-24.
The most common side effects of Hetlioz include headache, elevated liver enzymes, nightmares or abnormal dreams, and upper respiratory or urinary tract infection. These may occur more often in patients 65 or older. It may cause drowsiness, so limit your activity to preparing for bed. Hetlioz has not been studied and it is not recommended for use in pregnant women, children, or people with severe liver problems. To learn more and to hear the full prescribing information, visit Hetlioz.com or call 844-241-2424. That's 844-241-2424.
Hetlioz is now available for NON-24. Talk to your doctor today.
Sponsored by Vanda Pharmaceuticals.
Hello, Campbell County. Jason Shockley here with your WLAF weather forecast for Caravel, Rose Hill, College Hill, and all of beautiful Campbell County. We have a very pleasant forecast coming your way. For tonight, there is just very slight chances for rainfall with a low of 45 degrees. For our Saturday, partly cloudy skies, a high of 73 degrees with a low of 50 degrees for Saturday night, and sunny skies on Sunday with a high of 80 degrees and a low of 56 degrees Sunday night. This has been your WLAF weather forecast. Stay tuned.
Okay, son, you're back up there.
It's not a mansion with a big iron gate, and it's not in Memphis on a rolling estate, but I'm living in style and I found my place. I moved in the day I got saved. I'm living in Graceland each day of my life. No more worries and no more strife. I'm dwelling in Canaan with no rent to pay. I'm living in Graceland, and I think I'll stay. a pink Cadillac, and I'm not performing in a Las Vegas act. But I'm headed for heaven, and I'm living well. I moved out of Heartbreak Hotel. Yeah, I'm living in Graceland each day of my life. No more worries and no more strife. I'm dwelling with no rent to pay. I'm living in Graceland, and I think I'll stay. Yes, I'm living in Graceland each day of my life. No more worries and no more strife. I'm dwelling in Graceland with no rent to pay. I'm living in Graceland, and I think I'll stay. I'm living in Graceland, and I think I'll stay. I think I'm gonna stay. People always ask me why I put my faith in God and why I'd risk my life for such a thing. But I'd trade all their whys for one resounding big why not? 'Cause I know what believing and receiving His love means. Why not take the chance right now, put it on the line? Why not give it all to Him, watch it multiply? Why not step on out on faith and give it all you got? In a world that's asking why, oh why, I'm asking you, why not? Why not? All you got to lose is just some pride in your control, and your heart's situation will improve. All you've got to do is take your hands off your own soul. Have a little faith, sit back and watch that mountain move. Why not take the chance right now, put it on the line? Why not give it all to Him, watch it multiply? Why not step on out on faith and give it all you got? In a world that's asking why, oh why, I'm asking you, why not? Why not step on out on faith and give it all you got? In a world that's asking why, oh why, I'm asking you, why not? In a world that's asking why, oh why, I'm asking you, why not? Why not?
closer to the promised land. Out of the very desert, no more walking through the sand. Pack your bags, get ready, for God's kingdom is at hand. Come out of the wilderness, move a little closer to the promised land.
Oh, our Lord shall soon be returning, and the signs of the times prove it won't be long. So keep your lamps all trimmed and burning, 'cause soon the angels will sing our welcome song.
Come out of the wilderness, move a little closer to the promised land. Out of the very desert, no more walking through the sand. Pack your bags, get ready, for God's kingdom is at hand. Come out of the wilderness, move a little closer to the promised land.
We've been climbing up the rough side of the mountain, and each step that we take will lead us closer home. As if we're walking in that crimson fountain, when the trumpet sounds, the Lord will lead us on.
Come out of the wilderness, move a little closer to the promised land. Out of the very desert, no more walking through the sand. Pack your bags, get ready, for God's kingdom is at hand. Come out of the wilderness, move a little closer to the promised land. Come out of the wilderness, move a little closer to the promised land. Out of the very desert, no more walking through the sand. Pack your bags, get ready, for God's kingdom is at hand. Come out of the wilderness, move a little closer to the promised land. Move a little closer, move a little closer, move a little closer to the promised land. Move a little closer, move a little closer, move a little closer to the promised land. Move a little closer, move a little closer, move a little closer to the promised land.
You are on Trading Post. And I'm looking for John Webb. He's out there anywhere this morning. I'd like for him to give me a call. He always listens in to the Trading Post. He said he couldn't do without it.
All right, thank you very much. I can't do without it either.
It's a Trading Post, weekdays at 8 a.m. on 1450 WLAF.com.
There's a little bit of heaven in every gospel song, and it sounds like a choir of angels when everybody's singing along. There's so much love in every line, the harmony is so divine. There's a little bit of heaven in every good old gospel song. It's the sweetest memory I have as a child. Bring a chair and a buddy, everybody going down to the singing every Saturday night, and we sing, I'll fly away, what a day that's gonna be. What a beautiful thing when we sing, that sounds like home to me. There's a little bit of heaven in every gospel song, and it sounds like a choir of angels when everybody's singing along. There's so much love in every line, the harmony is so divine. There's a little bit of heaven in every good old gospel song. You don't have to have perfect pitch, there's no need to be shy.
That's right.
Anybody can do it, all you gotta do is pick a part, open up and let her fly, and just think about Jesus' love when burdens are weighing you down. 'Cause when you sing a sweet melody, it's gonna lift you right off song. There's so much love in every line, the harmony is so divine. There's a little bit of heaven in every good old gospel song.
Tell me who, tell me where, tell me when, and tell me why. I wanna know all about the joy you found that's always passed me by. Who was Jesus born the way the Bible said? Did they nail him to a cross to die? Tell me who, where and when, then tell me why.
I have a friend whose faith is strong. He knows what's right and he knows what's wrong. He praises the Lord whatever comes his way. I never could quite understand how a righteous God could love a sinful man. So I pulled him aside one day long enough to say,
tell me who, tell me where, tell me when, and tell me why. I wanna know all about the joy you found that's always passed me by.
who was Jesus born the way the Bible said? Did they nail him to a cross to die?
Tell me who, where and when, then tell me why.
Jesus is the only one, sinless and holy, God's own Son. He died on the cross in AD 33. He paid for the sin of the human race. The blood he shed brought amazing grace. And these are the questions he answered just for me.
Tell me who, tell me where, tell me when, tell me why. I wanna know all about the joy you found that's always passed me by.
Who was Jesus born the way the Bible said? Did they nail him to a cross to die?
Tell me who, where and when, then tell me why. Oh, tell me who, tell me where, tell me when, and tell me why. I wanna know all about the joy you found that's always passed me by.
Who was Jesus born the way the Bible said? Did they nail him to a cross to die? Tell me who,
where and when, then tell me why. Well, I know I asked,
'cause I found out just what salvation is all about.
He told me who, where and when, then he told me why. He told me who, where and when, then he told me why.
I've been thinking about this life, and it has occurred to me that we're living like this world is all there's ever gonna be. But everything we gathered here, all the treasures we can buy, they won't matter over there. They won't matter when we die. It don't matter about the clothes you wear, don't matter how you fix your hair, don't matter about the car you drive that you can't afford. It don't matter about the house you own, heaven knows you won't live there long. Oh, your soul is all that matters to the Lord.
I've been given wealth untold. No, but not in earthly things, not in silver, not in gold. For my Father is the King, who created all that is. I'm an heir to all He has. He is mine and I am His.
It don't matter about the clothes you wear, don't matter how you fix your hair, don't matter about the car you drive that you can't afford.
That you can't afford.
It don't matter about the house you own, heaven knows you won't live there long. Oh, your soul is all that matters to the Lord. It don't matter about the clothes you wear, don't matter how you fix your hair, don't matter about the car you drive that you can't afford. That you can't afford. It don't matter about the house you own, heaven knows you won't live there long. Oh, your soul is all that matters to the Lord. Oh yeah, oh, your soul is all that matters to the Lord. Yes, your soul is all that matters to the Lord. To the
We invite you to click on Watch Channel 12 Live next time you visit 1450WLAF.com and check us out online.
The crowd was great, but she knew she had to reach here. For this was her last hope of ever being healed. She pressed through until she touched the hem of his garment. All right, then and there, her miracle was fulfilled. There's a miracle in the making, one just for you. The Father's working even now. Your prayers have been heard, and your answer is on the way. There's a miracle in the making for you today. Have you prayed and prayed, yet still you find no answer? Has your faith grown weak? You feel you're all alone. Don't give up, for the God you serve, He won't leave you. There's a miracle for you, just keep holding on. There's a miracle in the making, one just for you. The Father's working even now. Your prayers have been heard, and your answer is on the way. There's a miracle in the making for you today. marks of hatred on his skin, wounds from battle for our sin. These marks of mercy are the traces of love drawn in the heaven above.
We are the guilty, we have the stand. He is the innocence, he took the pain. His wounds tell forever who he is and who we are. We are the sinners behind the sun.
We have redemption, he paid the price. We have salvation with his sacrifice. We stand in freedom, for he won the war. He died and we live forever.
He understands. He is the innocence. He took the pain. His wounds tell forever who he is and who we are. We are the sinners, and he has the scars. We are the paupers, and he is the king. We've given nothing, he gave everything. We are the guilty, we understand. He is the innocent, he took the pain. His wounds tell forever who he is and who we are. We are the sinners, and he has the scars. His wounds tell forever who he is. We are the sinners, but he has the scars. Jesus has the scars.
There's a white oak on the hill at my old Twitch Mountain that stands straight and true on a windy spur along. And when the cold wind blows, its roots they bend and moan. When the storms are past, it'll straighten up and go on. Oh Lord, let me be like that white oak on the hill. Help me to live in your almighty will. Help me on my journey, Lord, to travel on my own. Give me the strength to straighten up and go on. struggles of this life can sometimes get me down. When I look for my friends are not always around, the good Lord seems to say, son, get up and do my will. I always remember that old white oak on the hill. Oh Lord, let me be like that white oak on the hill. Help me to live in your almighty will. Help me on my journey, Lord, and to travel on my own. Give me the strength to straighten up and go on. And give me the strength to straighten up and go on.
We're Campbell County's home for breaking news, weather, and sports. 1450 WLAF.com.
Hello, Campbell County. Jason Shockley here with your WLAF weather forecast for Caravel, Rose Hill, College Hill, and all of beautiful Campbell County. We have a very pleasant forecast coming your way. For tonight, there is just very slight chances for rainfall with a low of 45 degrees. For our Saturday, partly cloudy skies, a high of 73 degrees with a low of 50 degrees for Saturday night, and sunny skies on Sunday with a high of 80 degrees and a low of 56 degrees Sunday night. This has been your WLAF weather forecast. Stay tuned.
Nothing's too hard for God. No, nothing's too hard for God. He's been tried, tested, and proven true. Impossible things God can do. Nothing's too hard for God. No, nothing's too hard for God. With just a wave of His mighty hand, He'll deliver you again and again and again. No, nothing's too hard for God. Ask Moses at the mighty Red Sea. Ask old Sarah with her little baby. Ask Elijah with the prophets of Baal. Ask old Jonah in the belly of the whale. Ask Gideon and 300 men. Ask old Daniel in the lion's den. Ask Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego. Then ask little David with a sling and a stone. Nothing's too hard for God. No, nothing's too hard for God. He's been tried, tested, and proven true. Impossible things God can do. Nothing's too hard for God. No, nothing's too hard for God. With just a wave of His mighty hand, He'll deliver you again and again and again. No, nothing's too hard for God. Ask the widow woman when her dead boy cried. Ask that blind man when he opened his eyes. Ask Brother Paul on Damascus Road. Ask 5,000 bound fishes and loaves. Ask Peter about a walk in the sea. Ask that woman about her blood disease. Ask all the people at the cross that day. Then ask old Satan when the storm rolled away. Nothing's too hard for God. No, nothing's too hard for God. He's been tried, tested, and proven true. Impossible things God can do. Nothing's too hard for God. No, nothing's too hard for God. With just a wave of His mighty hand, He'll deliver you again and again and again. No, nothing's too hard for God. Nothing's too hard for God. No, nothing's too hard for God. He's been tried, tested, and proven true. Impossible things God can do. Nothing's too hard for God. No, nothing's too hard for God. With just a wave of His mighty hand, He'll deliver you again and again and again.
have explored the 7 wonders of the world and sailed the 7 seas in search of diamonds and pearls. But if you've not discovered the love of the Father in all of your endeavors, you've missed the greatest wonder. Oh, the love of God is greater, greater by far. This world could never mend a broken heart. There's no earthly treasure that will ever outmeasure greatest wonder. Now it may seem you have reached this world's meaning of success and climbed up the ladder of the rich and the famous. But if you've not surrendered to the love of the Savior, then you're only a pauper without the greatest wonder. Oh, the love of God is greater, greater by far. This world could never mend a broken heart. There's no earthly treasure that will ever outmeasure greatest wonder. It's a fairy tale, there's no gold at the end of the rainbow. Don't be mesmerized by this world and all that it holds. Oh, the love of God is greater, greater by far. This world could never mend a broken heart. There's no earthly treasure that will ever outmeasure greatest wonder, greatest wonder, greatest wonder.
This is WLAF AM and soon to be WLAF AM and FM.
All that heaven holds. We read of gates of pearl and the streets of gold. I intend on moving to this place Jesus has prepared. By the grace of God at the trumpet call, I'll meet him in the air. Oh, what a time of celebration. Oh, what a time we'll have of joy. The best of times we've had on earth, they cannot compare. When the wedding feast is spread and he invites us, come and dine. What a gathering that will be. Oh, what a time. You see, I can just imagine seeing all the saints of old standing there to greet me, saying, welcome to the fold. When I approach the throne of God and at his feet I bow, I'll place my crowns and trophies round. I can see it now. Oh, what a time of celebration. Oh, what a time we'll have of birth. The best of times we've had. He invites us, come and go. What a gathering that will be. Oh, what a time. What a gathering that will be. Oh, what a time.
Ago, two twin brothers always fought but loved each other. But close, playing in the yard, sickness came and hit them both hard. One brother lived, one brother died, 8 years old, and for weeks he cried. Time has a way of drying the tears. Weeks turned to months and the months into years. He graduated, he got married. They were expecting she miscarried. They both lived to a ripe old age. And by her side, the morning she passed away. 2 years later, one December evening, he laid on the couch and he stopped breathing. He woke up on the other side. There stood his brother, arms open wide. I've been waiting to see you again. What took you so long? Where have you been? I got here as fast as I could. I never dreamed I'd feel so good. I feel happy, I feel warm. I feel like crying, but the tears won't come. You see me, there were some lessons he had to teach me. Finally I understood. Everyone leaves when they should. I'm a slow learner, got here as fast as I could. Suddenly out of the light, there stood the woman he loved all his life. Say hello to your dad. She was holding the baby that they never had. I got here as fast as I could. I never dreamed I'd feel so good. I feel happy, I feel numb. I feel like crying, but the tears won't come. Couldn't you see me? There were some lessons he had to teach me. Finally I understood. Everyone leaves when they should. I'm a slow learner, got here as fast as I.
Well, here's the shortest gospel song you ever hear.
Basilio here. Bring along your brown bag and join us for Tony Basilio weekdays at noon on 1450 WLAF.com.
Cub Cadet Days are back at Quality Lawn Sales and Service, and so are unbelievable offers like $100 towards select series 1000 lawn tractors. Choose from their full line of remarkable Cub Cadet products, and don't forget to ask about their smart financing offers. Hurry! These incredible offers are only available through June 15th. Stop by Quality Lawn Sales and Service, at Indian Mound Circle of Jacksboro for a test drive and experience why Cub Cadet is the smartest choice. Quality Lawn.
First weekend of May, and you're going to see folks out wearing funny hats this weekend. And why is that, Grace Tewksbury?
Because we're raising money for the Shrine Paper Sale for our 22 hospitals across the country.
What do they call those hats?
Fezzes.
A fez, F-E-Z, right?
Yes.
Yeah, my dad had one of those.
Yeah, I have one too.
You look good in it.
Thank you.
Shrine Paper Sale is this weekend. What particular days and hours for the Shrine Paper Sale, Greg?
It'll be Friday and Saturday between 8 and 5 at the red light across from Epplebledo.
Okay, can't miss you, right?
No, you will not miss us at all. You'll notice the traffic.
Good weather's coming your way, too.
Great. Last year it was really hot.
1450 WLAF.com.
Are you a veteran or veteran family in need of help? Or maybe you're staying on the streets or place to place in need of housing? You're not alone. Did you know that 1 in 7 people without permanent housing are veterans, and that 1.5 million veterans are at imminent risk of homelessness due to lack of support, poverty, or poor living condition? The Tennessee Valley Coalition End Homelessness is now providing financial assistance to veterans with funding provided by the Department of Veterans Affairs. We have provided this financial assistance to over 100 families in East Tennessee and Southeast Kentucky. For more information, call toll-free 1-888-556-0791 to speak to someone today that can help you get your family and your life back on track to stability. Again, that's 1-888-556-0791. And thank you for your courageous service.
I'm calling customer service. What?
It's actually very, very bad.
I'm calling customer service. I'm having trouble with my cable TV and internet.
It's called American Cable for a reason. Tammy and James Burge are your local Dish Network authorized retailer, and when you call them, you'll be able to understand them. You'll not be calling 1-800 across the ocean. You'll just be calling down to Woodson's Mall, 423-871-0889. That's 871-0889. Once again, American Cable, Dish Network, in Woodson's Mall.
Call Mickey. It's that time of year. You're already going today.
Yes, sir. We're getting these flower beds cleaned up and mulched them, make them look good.
Okay, let's name the crew. Who's on the blower over there today?
That's Tyler, my son-in-law, and I got Mike and I've got Josh. They're cleaning the flower beds out before we rake them, get all the leaves and stuff out.
Okay, we better hurry because they want you back working with them, I think.
I got to get with it. We're getting there.
Now, folks want to get in touch with you to get on your list to have the yard mowed, mulching, what have you.
They need to call 423-871-1345.
Mickey Carter and Son Lawn Care, the folks to call right here.
And we really appreciate your business.
Looking to buy, sell, or trade something? You place the call, we put you on the air. The Trading Post, weekday mornings at 8 on 1450 WLAF.com.
I was on my way to California, leaving New York City far behind. Life was like a bundle of confusion. I was looking for a love that I could never find. So I tuned into a gospel station, heard about a sweet salvation, and then I gave it all to him, my heart, my soul, and my mind. And now I can't stop talking about him, can't stop talking about the changes taking place in me. You know that I can't be living without him. Things are getting clear and I can finally see life is like a celebration, 'cause I am a new creation. And now I can't stop talking about him. Oh no, every day. I was driving down the highway, singing hallelujah and feeling fine. When this long man pulled me over, he said to me, "You're gonna walk a dotted line." He said, "I've got a strange suspicion. Wonder about your warm condition. I said I've had a taste of what it means to be alive. Whoa, now I can't stop talking about it. Can't stop talking about the changes taking place in me. You know that I can't be living without it. Things are getting clear and I can finally see. Life is like a celebration, 'cause I am a new creation. And now I can't stop talking about it. Oh no, every day. So if you wonder why I'm so happy and free, well, I'm here to testify. Nobody's doing me, in me, and now I can't stop talking about it. Can't stop talking about the changes taking place in me. You know that I can't be living without it. Things are getting clear and I can finally see. My life is like a celebration, because I am a new creation. And now I can't stop talking about it. Can't be living without him. No, I can't stop talking about him. No, 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 every day. Cause he's been so good to me. Can't stop. Dark was the night I was sailing along, and the waves they lash so high, drowning in my sorrow with no hope for tomorrow. Then I saw a light at the shore, for he was my lighthouse, my only way out from life's dark troubled sea. With his almighty arm, he gently calmed the storm and set my captive soul free. Now I'm sailing on, and the wave looks so bright. I don't fear the raging storm clouds, I don't fear the night, for I'm sailing with Jesus, and within he abides. And I know I can safely cross old Jordan's rolling tide. Someday I know I'll reach life's other side, and safely in the portals I will ever abide. But it won't be by my strength that will help me reach my goal, but by trusting in the Shepherd, the Savior of my soul. For he was my lighthouse, my only way out from life's dark troubled sea. With his arm
and set my captive soul free.
This is 1450 WLAF, La Follette and East Tennessee's home for CBS News. Brought to you this hour by Community Trust Bank, building communities built on trust.
Community Trust Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Community Trust Bank.
CBS News, I'm Bill Whitney. Los Angeles Clippers owner Donald Sterling is isolated. His fellow team owners seem determined to kick him out of the club. Correspondent Steve Futterman has the latest.
The NBA's Advisory Finance Committee unanimously agreed to act as expeditiously as possible to remove Donald Sterling as owner of the Clippers. This is just the first step. The league has said it will use its powers to take the team away from Sterling. Meanwhile, the president of the LA chapter of the NAACP has resigned. He was under pressure since the group had planned to give Sterling its Lifetime Achievement Award. The LA chapter has since announced Sterling will not receive the honor. Steve Futterman, CBS News, Los Angeles.
The Pentagon is stepping up its campaign against sexual assault. Correspondent Cammie McCormick reports.
Defense Secretary Chuck Hagel announced some new directives aimed at eliminating sexual assault. They include reviewing alcohol sales. And while he said the actions the Pentagon's taken so far have encouraged more reporting, more needs to be done.
Every single person in the military, every single person must take personal responsibility for helping stop sexual violence within our ranks.
Cammie McCormick, CBS News, the Pentagon.
The Education Department has identified more than 4 dozen colleges and universities that are under investigation for their handling of sexual assault complaints.
I'm Barry Bagnatto in Washington. Even though none of the 55 schools has been found guilty of anything, the Obama administration says it was important to release the list to provide transparency to sexual assault investigations, to ensure institutions are on notice that complaints can't be swept under the rug.
More back and forth today on Benghazi. White House spokesman Jay Carney insists an email released under the Freedom of Information Act does not contradict what the administration's been saying.
This release through a FOIA request, has revived this story, but it doesn't mean that the facts have changed. They haven't.
Darrell Issa, the Republican chairman of the House Oversight Committee, is pursuing his investigation.
You cannot believe what the White House says. You cannot believe what the spokespeople say. And you cannot believe what the president says.
Today, the panel heard from a retired general who believes the U.S. military should have responded. Sheriff David Morgan in Escambia County, Florida, says they've accounted for everyone at the jail when it was rocked by a massive explosion last night. 2 inmates were killed, more than 180 people were hurt. Part of the jail was flooded by heavy rain, but correspondent Mark Strassman reports the cause of the explosion may have preceded the storm.
A law enforcement source told us that a number of inmates and corrections officers smelled gas for 20 hours before the blast. We were told they reported it and turned on fans and opened windows.
If complaints about leaking gas are real and went ignored, Sheriff Morgan says this could become a criminal investigation.
The Dow lost 21 points today, closing at 16,558. The Nasdaq 12 points higher at 4127. This is CBS News.
Hi, I'm Lynn, and I am totally blind. Like many who are totally blind, I have NON-24, a circadian rhythm disorder that can put your sleep-wake cycle out of sync with the 24-hour day. But I found out there's a new treatment available for NON-24. It's called Hetlioz Tazimiltian, the first FDA-approved treatment for NON-24.
The most common side effects of Hetlioz include headache, elevated liver enzymes, nightmares or abnormal dreams, and upper respiratory or urinary tract infection. These may occur more often in patients 65 or older. It may cause drowsiness, so limit your activity to preparing for bed. Hetlioz has not been studied, and it is not recommended for use in pregnant women, children, or people with severe liver problems. To learn more and to hear the full prescribing information, visit Hetlioz.com or call 844-241-2424. That's 844-241-2424.
Hetlioz is now available for NON-24. Talk to your doctor today.
Sponsored by Vanda Pharmaceuticals.
Automakers are celebrating strong sales last month. Jeff Gilbert of Detroit station WWJ reports.
It was the second strong sales month in a row as car companies put the polar vortex in their rearview mirrors. Despite the recall, GM sales were up 7%, even better than Edmunds.com analyst Jessica Coldwell expected.
You know, they have been able to persevere despite some of the negative publicity that they've gotten. And I think a part of that is, you know, they have a lot of trucks and SUVs.
And April was a very good month for trucks and SUVs. In fact, it was the best month in Jeep's history. Jeff Gilbert, CBS News, Detroit.
GM has issued yet another recall, more than 50,000 Cadillac SRX SUVs from the 2013 model year. Under certain circumstances, acceleration can be delayed by 3 or 4 seconds, increasing the risk of a crash. And Honda is recalling nearly 25,000 2014 Odyssey minivans. Their side curtain airbags might not deploy in a crash. I'm Bill Whitney, CBS News.
Attention homeowners. Quicken Loans has some important information regarding the U.S. government's Home Affordable Refinance Program, or HARP. We've told you about HARP in the past, and nearly 3 million homeowners have already taken advantage of this money-saving program. But there are so many more of you who could be saving hundreds of dollars every month on your mortgage. Quicken Loans is here to help you save your money. The home loan experts at Quicken Loans fully understand the HARP guidelines. We'll work with you to understand your specific circumstances and strive to find the financial solution that's best for you. Then, we'll guide you through each step of the mortgage refinance process to make sure it's both simple and easy. If you weren't HARP eligible in the past, new guidelines could mean that now you are. Give us a call, and we'll give you a Quicken Loans mortgage review. It's simple and easy. To learn more, call 800-QUICKEN or go to QuickenLoans.com for a mortgage experience that's engineered to amaze.
Important terms and conditions apply. Call us for cost information. Equal housing lender. Licensed in all 50 states. NMLS number 3030.
Hello, Campbell County. Jason Shockley here with your WLAF weather forecast for Caravel, Rose Hill, College Hill, and all of beautiful Campbell County. We have a very pleasant forecast coming your way. For tonight, there is just very slight chances for rainfall with a low of 45 degrees. For our Saturday, partly cloudy skies, a high of 73 degrees with a low of 50 degrees for Saturday night, and sunny skies on Sunday with a high of 80 degrees and a low of 56 degrees Sunday night. This has been your WLAF weather forecast. Stay tuned.
Rock of ages, hold me to the rock, it cannot fail. Hold me to the rock. Rock of ages, hold me to the rock, it cannot fail. It's closing on his day. He walked with God till the end was night. He lived unashamed till he was raised up to heaven on high. Hold me to the rock, rock of ages, hold me to the rock, it cannot fail me. Hold me to the rock of ages, hold me to the rock, it cannot fail me. The Bible says, Abraham went, but God's coming. God fulfilled his promises. Now Abraham walks in promises. Hold me to the rock of ages. Hold me to the rock, cannot fail me. Hold me to the rock of ages. Hold me to the rock, cannot fail me. Son of faith, Moses chose his own with the children of God. He said that people were born and freedom was given to Israel. Said, hold me to the rock of ages, hold me to the rock. It cannot fail me, hold me to the rock of ages, hold me Salvation, so much is wrong. I cannot proclamation. Let glory, let me hide myself within. Down, hold me down, hold me, Lord, hold me, Lord, hold me, Lord.
As the sun rose that morning on the day of Job's trial, he rose up to serve God as any other day. Bound and determined to live in God's favor, and nothing would stand in his way. But then the messengers came one by one with their story. In just a few moments, Job lost all he had. Great wealth and riches, the health of his body, even his children were dead. Oh Lord, give he take away. Blessed be the name of the Lord. I've served him before and I'll serve him today. Blessed be the name of the Lord. Then his wife came before him to voice her opinion. She said, you should end it, just curse God and die. Job rose from the ashes, looked toward the heavens. He brushed back the tears in his eyes. He said, the Lord give, he take away. Blessed be the name of the Lord. I'll serve him before and I'll serve him today. Blessed be the name of the Lord. When trouble comes suddenly, blessed be the name. When the storm winds blow violently, blessed be the name. When Satan comes oppressing me, blessed be the name. I'll still serve God faithfully, blessed be the name. The Lord give, he take away. Blessed be the name of the Lord. I'll serve him before and I'll serve him today. Blessed be the name of the Lord. I'll serve him before and I'll serve him today. Blessed be the name. Blessed be the name. Blessed be the name of the Lord.
In my hand the whole treasure that I pray beyond me, for it brings to me sweet memories of old. When on nights so dark and dreary, by the fireside warm and cheery, Mother held it in her hand, weak and old. It's my mother's dear old Bible, dear old precious worn out Bible that she read so many, many years ago. With its pages worn and wrinkled, blotted where the tears have sprinkled, as she read around the far side burning low. What a blessed happy meeting when my mother I'll be greeting in that city where there never comes no night. When I cease from all my sorrow on that blessed bright tomorrow, then I'll tell her how her Bible let me write. It's my mother's dear old Bible, dear old precious worn out Bible that she read so many, many years ago. With its pages worn and wrinkled, blotted where the tears have sprinkled, as she read around the far side burning low. With a smile and all she'll meet me as the Savior thy will greet me, while the angels are singing around the throne. Then I'll love to tell the story to the angels up in glory, how my dear old mother's Bible led me home. It's my mother's dear old Bible, dear old precious worn out Bible that she read so many, many years ago. With its pages worn and wrinkled, blotted where the tears are sprinkled, as she read on the far side burning low.
The Tennessee Jamboree, now playing on 1450 WLAF.com.
We said our last I love you as we held each other tight with years of tender feelings overflowing from our eyes. Now here I am with memories all alone, but no regrets, and that's as good as goodbye gets. You did a lot of living as you walked these earthly miles. It's funny though I'm crying, still I somehow have to smile, 'cause your life, your love, your laughter touched everyone you met, and that's as good as goodbye. There's a deep, deep sadness that comes with letting go. And even though I'm grieving, there is peace, there is hope. 'Cause everyone who knew you knew the heartbeat of your days. Your eyes were fixed on Jesus. Now you're finally face to face, and I'll join you there in heaven when my last sun sets, and that's as good as good. is goodbye, girl.
There's a line in between two dates on the stone. It's the time we have spent in this whole world alone. Surrender your soul with a record so clean. For the master will judge from that line in between. Oh, mother, she lived her life every day, unbelieving in God in her own special way. Left nothing behind, unloved or unclean, just her own little marks with a line in between. Oh, the line in between is all we have left. From the time that we're born, we'll answer with death. Be assured, my friend, we all will redeem our own special marks with a line in between. The lines in between on these stones I have read, for each one is a soul now apart from the dead. Someday they'll arise to meet the master of kings, to that beautiful life with no line in between. I believe I was born to deliver this song. So if I should go first, oh, will you carry on? I'll leave nothing behind, if you know what I mean. Just a message for all from this line in between. Oh, the line in between is all we have left. And from the time that we're born, we'll answer with death. Be assured, my friend, we all will redeem our own special marks with a line in between. Our own special marks with a line in between.
The sweetest gal in all of radio. She's Honeybee on 1450 WLAF.
walked into a storefront church, not a nickel to his name. The clothes that he wore, he had on for days. As he sat there on the back row, the preacher began to preach from the Holy Bible, John 3:16. He told how Jesus died to save poor souls, how we can be heirs with Christ to all the Father owns. He wondered in his mind, is this all make-believe? Why would a king like him give his life for me? Love captured his heart, a tear ran down his face. He longed to know the Savior, so he bowed his head to pray. And he cried, Jesus, please forgive me for all of my sin. In that moment he was changed, from a poor boy to a king's kid. From a poor boy to a king's kid, from a sinner to a saint was born again. He was amazed when a change took place in his life. From a beggar to all that heaven holds, from a hopeless case to eternal hope, he felt like he could fly when he made things right. Poor boy to a king's kid. He'd never been so happy, he could hardly wait to share with his mom and daddy that someone really cares. But on the way back home from that storefront church, he stepped onto the road, didn't see the car come around the curve. The angels came to carry him to heaven. If you could see him now, a new life he is living. From a poor boy to a king's kid, more happy now than he's ever been. He was amazed when he kissed this world goodbye. From filthy rags to riches untold, living in a mansion on the street of gold. He was just a simple child, but you ought to see him now. Poor boy to a king's kid. Poor boy to a king's kid.
He will take good care of you. If you trust him as Savior, if you trust him as Lord, he will take good care of you. He will take good care of you. He's been tested, he's been tried, and I'm glad I'm on his side. He has been so good to me.
Now you won't have to worry about old Satan trying to take control of you. Jesus took care of Daniel in the lion's den. I know he'll take good care of you.
He will take good care of you. him as Lord, I know he'll take care of you.
I used to worry about my future, used to fret about my past. But since I met this wonderful Savior, I know that bad times ain't gonna last.
I know he will, he will, he will, he will, he will take good care of you. I know that he will, I know that he will, and to him it ain't no big deal. He will take good care of you.
I know that he will, I know that
he will take good care of you. He will take good care of you. He will take good care of you.
Trials in my little lifespan. When I'm standing alone and the battle gets hot, always do the best I can. Must cost $1,000,000, shed 1,000,000 tears. When I come to the river of Jordan, hallelujah, then I'll have no fears. One more river to cross, one more mountain to climb, one more valley that I gotta go through, leaving my troubles behind. One more battle with the devil, and I know he'll understand. I'm going to Jesus, hallelujah, holding to his nail-scarred head, holding to his nail-scarred head.
There's been a lot of people talk about me since I walked this narrow way. This is just another little valley I came through it when I prayed. I climbed a lot of high mountains and I crossed a number of streams.
When I see old Jordan cold and dark, that'll be the last for me. Well, one more river to cross, one more mountain to climb, one more valley that I gotta go through, leaving my troubles behind. One more battle with the devil, and I know he'll understand. I'm going through with Jesus, hallelujah, holding to his nail-scarred head, holding to his nail-scarred head. One river to cross, one more mountain to climb, one more valley that I gotta go through, leaving my troubles behind. One more battle with the devil, and I know he'll understand. I'm going through with Jesus, hallelujah, holding to his nail-scarred head, holding to his nail-scarred head. I'm going through with Jesus, hallelujah, I'm going through with Jesus, hallelujah, I'm going through with Jesus, hallelujah, holding to his nail-scarred head.
This is the home of the Sports Report with David Graham. This is 1450 WLAF.com.
Hello, Campbell County. Jason Shockley here with your WLAF weather forecast for Caryville, Rose Hill, College Hill, and all of beautiful Campbell County. We have a very pleasant forecast coming your way. For tonight, there is just very slight chances for rainfall with a low of 45 degrees. For our Saturday, partly cloudy skies, a high of 73 degrees with a low of 50 degrees for Saturday night, and sunny skies on Sunday with a high of 80 degrees and a low of 56 degrees Sunday night. This has been your WLAF weather forecast. Stay tuned.
I'd rather have Jesus than silver or gold. I'd rather be his than have riches untold. I'd rather have Jesus than houses or land. I'd rather be led by his nail-scarred hand than to be the king of a vast domain, or be held in sin-strewn sway. Jesus than anything this world affords today. Yes, he's fairer than lilies of rarest bloom. Yes, he's sweeter than honey from out of the comb. He's all that my hungering spirit needs. I'd rather have Jesus and let him lead than to be the king of a vast domain or be held in sin's dread sway. I'd rather have Jesus than anything this world affords today. Yes, I'd rather have Jesus than anything this world affords today.
I was down and feeling lonesome. I was blue as I could be. When I finally reached the bottom, someone said these words to me. Are you praying hard or are you hard to pray? On your mind is trouble weighing. Listen close to what I'm saying. Are you praying hard or are you hard to pray? If you got trials and tribulations, thinking God has turned his back. If you want to change your situation, take a look at where you're at. Are you praying hard or are you hard to pray? On your mind is trouble weighing. Listen close to what I'm saying. Are you praying hard or are you hard to pray? Listen close to what I'm saying. Are you praying hard or are you hard to pray?
Hi, this is Brian Free of Assurance, and you're connected to Big Josh on WLAF.
Jesus, the man who walked by the sea, he's the one who died for you and me. It won't be long till he'll be coming back. You better get to riding on the glory track. Set your eyes to looking up the heavenly way. He could be coming any day. He's coming. sing a new song where we'll never have a trouble or care. No need to worry, Jesus will be there. It'll be the day of the rising sun. Hallelujah to the chosen one.
Well, he's come for me. He is come for me.
Well, I just left it all in my mind. Take the taking my troubles away. Yes, my Lord is coming. Yeah, my Lord is coming. Hallelujah. One day when he comes for me, comes for me. When he comes for me. Yeah, my Lord is coming. Well, I've been going along in my mind. Take the taking my troubles away. Yes, my Lord is coming. Yeah, my Lord is coming. Hallelujah. One day when he comes for me, comes for me.
Troubles and trials are almost over. Troubles and trials are almost over. Troubles and trials are almost over. See what my Lord has done. Keep your lamps trimmed and burning. Keep your lamps trimmed and burning. Keep your lamps trimmed and burning. See what my Lord has done. Heaven's journey is almost over. Heaven's journey is almost over. Heaven's journey is almost over. See what my Lord has done. Don't worry. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. See what my Lord has done. Years have come and gone now. 2,000 years have come and gone now. 2,000 years have come and gone now. See what my Lord has done. Don't worry. See what my Lord has done. Don't stop praying. Don't stop praying. See what my Lord has done. Keep your lips trimmed and burning. Trimmed and burning. Keep your lips trimmed and burning. See what my Lord has done. Keep your lips trimmed and burning. Keep your lips trimmed and burning.
While traveling this world below, we all have some work to do. We're prone to wander, how long we must go on. But let us keep toiling on until the job is done. Oh, there's a payday for the saints of God. Oh, there's a payday, a glory payday. Up there we'll see our Lord, who gives us our reward. Will be so many souls to save, and we must reach them before it's too late. Come on and let's go to work. Our duties never shirk. Oh, there's a payday for the saints of God. Oh, there's a payday, a glory payday. Up there we'll see our Lord, who gives us our reward. We'll be paid for overtime when we reach heaven's line. Oh, there's a payday for the saints of God. Oh, there's a payday. Yes, there's a payday. A glory payday. A glory payday. Up there we'll see our Lord, who gives us our reward. We'll get paid for overtime. Oh, there's a payday for the saints of God.
Coming soon, 1450 WLAF is WLAF FM. That's right, WLAF will soon be heard on FM.
In times of joy, in moments of grief, we are there. When the world looks for truth, broadcasters come through, even when all else fails. Today, with more ways than ever to experience the moments that transform our lives, Americans still choose broadcast radio and television more than all other media combined. And our web and social sites are among the most visited sites in our daily lives.
Do not go outdoors here in Ocean City right now.
When important moments happen, both big and small, we're the first informers to history. We are the local broadcasters of radio and television, reaching more people, touching more lives. Brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
1450 WLAF.
Veterans can face unique challenges that lead to difficulty finding or keeping a home. VA is here to help veterans secure safe, stable housing. If you or a veteran you know is homeless or at immediate risk of becoming homeless, call 877-424-3838. 877-424-3838.
1450 WLAF.com.
Nothing can slow you down more than computer problems. Computer Care is here to help. Visit their website at computercarerepairs.com. Call 423-562-8008, 562-8008. Computer Care, Woodson's Mall, La Follette.
Under the Fair Housing Act, it is against the law to discriminate against any person because of race, color, religion, sex, handicap, family status, or national origin related to housing activities. These activities include the sale or rental of housing or residential lots, advertising the sale or rental of housing, financing of housing, the provision of real estate brokerage services, and the appraisal of housing. Anyone who feels he or she has been discriminated against may file a complaint of housing discrimination at a toll-free number, 1-800-669-9777. This announcement brought to you by the town of Jacksboro.
The Shepherd's Home Thrift Store. Every day we display in our store hundreds of items recently donated. The best things sell quickly. Stop by often. The Shepherd's Home Thrift Store, Woodson's Mall.
See you at noon right here. Don't be late.
Tony, this is not Cincinnati, this is the FCC.
You mean I have to tell you that it's Tony Basilio on 1450 WLAF.com. Where have you been?
I'll see around the ones who've gone on before me, and my friends who've been gone so long, and there on streets of gold, King Jesus I behold. What a day, our first day will be. The weary shall lay down all their burdens, and the sick, they're gonna give up all and God's own hand will wipe away every tear from our eyes, and death itself shall die. And lay our first day in heaven when we finish the story untold. I'm gonna sit down with my blessed Savior, and what a day, our first day will be. What a day, our first day in heaven. The story untold. I'm gonna sit down with my blessed Savior, and what a day our first day will be. What a day our first day will be.
seen the swiftness of a twinkle of an eye. It's here and gone before you realize. But if the coming of our Lord should somehow catch you by surprise, you'll be left here in the twinkle of an eye. You'll be left here in the twinkle of an eye. What would you think if you should blink and I should vanish from your side? In a wink, not in a blink, but in the twinkle of an eye. If I should move beyond the stars in the sky behind me.
Tell it all goodbye.
Leave here in the twinkle of an eye.
Sound aloud the warning, Christ is coming in the sky. Make no mistake, the hour is growing late. There'll be no time left to decide. Should you procrastinate right now, he'll save you before it gets too late. He'll save you before it gets too late. What would you think?
And I should vanish from your
Not
side.
in a wink, not in a blink, but in the twinkle of an eye.
If I should move beyond the stars in the sky and leave this world behind me,
And tell it all
leave here in the twinkle of an eye.
What would you think?
Blink and I should vanish from your
Not
side.
in a wink, not in a blink, but in the twinkle of an eye.
If I should move beyond the stars in the sky and leave this world behind me,
And tell it all goodbye.
leave here in the twinkle of an eye. Leave here in a twinkle of an eye. Look around you, dear neighbor, in these times which we live, at the things you can see here today. It won't be long till Gabriel his trumpet shall sound, and the Lord comes to take his bride away.
I wanna go back
to the Bible, old time revival. People kneel at an old time altar to pray.
I wanna see more.
That means salvation.
I wanna see
Saints headed for heaven.
I wanna go back
to the old time Christian way.
If your life, brother, sister, is not what it should be, Jesus saves, he'll forgive. You